When we answer only Jimmy Juneda. When Jimmy and Komu lose power. Omo Jimmy to lose power. And they lost miserably because of the level and depth of their Jimmy for Jimmy Boom. What Jimmy down? The people said Samuna Munimunyan Samonja majority nina. Because who cares about them? So then they started speaking. Oh, we have to make sure now TMPP for listen to them, these crooks.
I've served on this committee for more than 2 terms. And I must say that I'm highly affected by the accusations and the perception out there that we have been found to be taking monies from nominees before approving their nomination. And I think I must say that I'm seriously hurt by this continuous occurrence of such accusations. And as a group, the minority, I feel that in order to protest and purge ourselves of this accusation, it is very important that we call over the vetting now. Because for the simple reason that members of this committee for this particular term are not just any group of people. Most of us are the leadership of the party, of the parliament, and it is very important that we purge ourselves of that accusation before.
Hear this. Yes, your friend, Madam Appiah, on an parliament, MPP in Kwasi Addo nyina oyeye dibi unimza. She has been in parliament for over 20 years. In Kwasi Addo MPP pass nyina not to parliament. Yeah. Today she's so disappointed. The accusation, we need to purge ourselves. Chairman is watching a purge here. Chairman say, shut up, tomorrow we will purge ourselves. Why are you disappointed? In the end, delay defense ministers and the minister and the veteran. No. Look at these people, they have no principles. They do politics with everything. Oh yeah, no more. Oh yeah, you're penny for such a very honorable woman. Diabolic mind. Na adwene mu no yen say bibia me yen veti o mane bo amade delay no na wa betra hono no akwa punch agiska wo every single minute or two a wotwi makeup or the gold bar to no kom no every minute be yutua ne ka or ka kire say yen tu nheda because ye Jimmy taxpayer ne gina krom e na ewia hye no e na ono akobo ne 10,000 Ghana e na ne magu aburuchiri e na we front to my efe e na waka na no atwi ne nim abetra say ye de Jimmy yen postpone o chena ne yen santua ne ka. You just don't understand these people. You just don't understand them. Morally, sometimes you ask yourselves, now mo abai to me na mo G and mo de yadeng. This is an MPP woman. They are called so e-levy, COVID-19 tax. Ni na ojina parliament ka say engine tum. And she is very hurt because Oliver can say minti yenjai bibia ye ni entwan. Ye ni Oliver ka say we are Oliver wine. Who the hell is Oliver? Onanga ni fie kro ka so mutie. So we should stop everything. Why shaka sok when you futari when you say at your age what you when chance say a Ghana most beautiful I bet now say you are hurt into yenjai so the taxpayer will still be paying you. Not defense minister designated no ya mani kofie ya mamu nyina kofie adenta yeso bia can say me purge parliament. It is not my job to purge parliament. It is parliament's job to purge parliament, and the chairman said tomorrow we will get to the bottom of it. So what's your problem? Diabolic ideas. Adwene bone. That's why I say you don't treat the NPP as a group am I ready to serve. These are diabolic people, eh? Sanko for more opportunity. Ademo beyem Ghana. Now muntie kromfo.
We care, but I also want to ask you a question. The first allegation was directed at your side, majority side. And then the chair was robbed in. Is it the case that you don't care about your reputation? But don't forget, This is an institution. Parliament. Parliament has been impugned. I repeat, we don't even have a basis to sit here. You are told you are corrupt. You've been taking money from nominees before you sit, before you approve. And then shamelessly you still come and sit. Oh yes, I'm speaking in context. You still come and sit.
Honorable member, please withdraw the word shamelessly and proceed.
Well,
withdraw. Please withdraw.
I said in a certain context, but if it's a case that is offensive, it's withdrawn. You have been accused. You are being discussed in the media as taking bribe. And you don't find it offensive, and you say that we should forgive. We won't get to the bottom of it. We should still come and sit here and behave as the ostrich. Nothing is happening, and we go ahead. We in the minority side will not support you to do this. We won't inflict further pains on Parliament. We have suffered.
See this silly boy. He's not even an MP yet. His seat still has some contention on it. See this silly boy. Now Pempemu pa and was sprinting at his age. See this silly boy. Silly boy. Speaks anyhow. Like they feel so entitled at his age. Na pempe mu pa. And na we shape afa hono we spray fin and so tokro di dem at his age. Such a silly boy. They feel so entitled. We have to listen to them. Because yeah, MPP for a minority. When these people got opportunity, Jimmy. See this silly boy. See him. See how he's exhibiting the highest form of silliness. See this silly boy. And he wants to prove like he's intelligent. Such a silly boy. Can I pimp him? At your age, you pimp him up. And now this prayer found.
We care, but I also want to ask you a question. The first allegation was directed at your side, majority side, and then the chair was robbed in. Is it the case that you don't care about your...
They can't take care of themselves. They want to take care of Ghana. These people cannot even take care of themselves. Such a silly boy. So if somebody has leveled allegations against Parliament and Parliament has a duty to perform, we should stop everything and wait for that allegation at the end of the day to be heard before Parliament works. These are the same people who keep telling us, oh, NDC is stopping government business. These are silly boys. Silly boy. In Sawam, if we wanted to go down and see the things you did, your people shooting somebody to kill that person, do you think you will be sitting in Parliament today? But even though we know your people and you yourself were involved in a crime, that somebody was shot at your constituency, which investigation is ongoing because it's an allegation, we cannot say that because of that nobody should represent in Sawam and silliness. Such a silly boy making silly statement out of silly group. And the silliness that attached to that silliness attached to his silliness is so sillinessness. Such a silly character. The silliness, the silliness in his sillinessness, it does not even make sense. Such a silly character. Silly boy. And we entertain these things. Now, I'm sure I did be. And then I'm here for the chairman of the committee. When Joe Wise was the chairman, time and MPP were power on the at the committee. Yeah, when they were vetting and this MPP time, yeah.
The rules, or else I'll go past you and call other people. Mr. Chairman, I think that I have to make it clear that I am not happy with the way that I am treated on this committee. Mr. Chairman, I want it on record that I never impugned ill motives to the nominee. I simply referred to scandals and sought to find out how he left the bank, so we assure ourselves that he had no role in those scandals because a vice president was held responsible and he also left as vice president. I never impugned ill motive. I never accused him, and I would like that to be on record that I am not happy about the way you have treated me on this committee.
You're not ready to ask the question. I'll move on
to my next question.
No, I've ruled you out. I'm asking another person to.
What kind of rudeness is this?
Honorable Cabo.
What kind of rudeness is this?
Honorable Cabo.
You see, this is when they were, they were in power. Please let me plead with you. I'm here for. If you cannot do the job, walk home. I just have no say sala cap at it war nim se moko. What in kwasa na oka? Somebody's asking questions. Joe Wise, one was HMS Abonsu. Omo mu fia so mo hye canopy we yase hwe mo ho. O say HMS Joe Wise na kuma nye ye the pacemaker hye ho $500,000 parliament sika na tam dem akwase ampanyi we. And obeka che so papa mobra. Now what better say I'm pleading with you. You are pleading with who? Did you hear Joe Wise? He cut him off. Munya to me ana mu didin kwase asem NDC for na mo pese mu please your hini bia mo pese mu please your hima bia mo pese mu please sofu bia na say san kwase asem na de chechire man. Sometimes you need to be crazy to get what you want. Ain't I here for? Tomorrow you'll be watching you. That thing must stop. These are they are insignificant. This minority, they are insignificant. We don't need to hear from them. These should be taped. These people, their mouths should be taped for Ghanaians to listen to the NDC. Today you are sitting there pleading with them, and it's not like we have a hung parliament. We have a minority that is supposed to stay home and babysit their girlfriends' children. We have a minority who are supposed to be sitting at home and babysitting people's kids. These are twerps who don't have any relevance to our political discourse now, our governance system now. They don't play any role. So why do you give them the opportunity to misbehave sillinessly? Because Annor Dompre he was using shamelessly. And Obika just says silly or Dimrikako Parliament acquire report or in his statement in front of Parliament, in front of his colleagues, he was telling his colleagues that they are shameless. But somebody just told this silly drunk that you are silly. Not the Mirikako Parliament. Mr. No Akwejina Parliament. That's what he was saying in Parliament today.
A lady I have never met in my life. Only later to be told she's called Victoria Mfa Hardcastle, who is the acting chief executive officer for the Petroleum Commission. Speaker, I didn't say a word to her. I didn't provoke her in any way. Suddenly, insults were being hurled at me. Silly, stupid, useless. At a point, I thought they were referring to somebody. I turned. Well, if you doubt it, listen to me. When I'm done, the video is all over social media. Speaker, I felt abused.
Please address me.
Speaker, with the greatest of respect, I felt very abused. And there I felt, how can a man be killed in his own backyard? Even if there should be any crucifixion, the crucifixion should not be done in my own house.
You hear the nonsense going on in Ghana. On what in our parliament committee, you guys say NDC forum to me is shameless. Somebody tells him he's a silly boy. Or the Mikako Parliament, Wakoshe a Vietnam suit to be iron and nice and antabi, you know, say on TSC. Somebody has spoken to him that he's silly. You see how foolish these people are. You don't engage such idiots. Yeah? Mamencho how foolish the NPP is. And why are here for? And yet NDC for na munim sibi handle power. NDC for na mumubi. You think power is easy. Do you know how you got this power? You have no idea. You people have no idea how you got this power. 99% of you MPs in parliament, muni idea. You have no idea. When you an iota of idea how you got to parliament. 99% of you, the NDC MPs, you don't have an idea. So do not. Mama Nyama actually say you are going to try and treat this as a normal thing. Don't. If God had not given way, come in your power way that. It is only Allah and Ayo Nyankopon the teen anim and things empire nipa bi omakoma to from eboma eche Nyankopon no teen anim kire mo. Come on, your power da. And so you people get the power. Now, Mumu Bimoji say it is just Yaba Parliament. You think it's easy? Munkobu se Kufuado. Have you seen a Kufuado? When you go say Uno, when maybe oh. Do you think it's easy? But just at the form sana. Do not underestimate what you have today. Muma Nyankopon who say Munim Nyansa. Na man kutadi odama muye Agyei, you never have it again. This another Dompre kwasi ampenyi we. Remember the story. Do you remember the story? Another Dompre ekache Mahama say he's a curse on Ghana. Kwasi we amfen another Dompre and the original parliament is so be catching so silly. He was told to apologize or say apologize that. Another Dompre kwasi ampenyi we. Na mo tete Ghana na mo just say ana mo MPP for no ana mo just say nyina ye Jimmy ohun such a ma wontumi ni abronya. Another Dompre catcher John Mahama, who was an ex-president, or Brad John Mahama bo another Dompre kwasi apenyu on bomu half or name makura wa onje another Dompre kwasi away. Another Dompre or Brad John Mahama bo na brabum another Dompre mbomu kota. Kwasi away catcher Ghana for say on the stage say John Mahama is a curse. Amavoka said this is too strong. Apologize. Kwasi ampena pempe metutu akwo spray na pempe say oh nye another Dompre or say he's not going to apologize. Is fool. Akwawi. People told this guy that apologize for your statement. Or say, oh yeah, for telling Ghanaians to vote for John Mahama will be a curse on this nation. Kwasi Atoko Jira Parliament says, Speaker, even the lady apologized after that altercation with him. Or say, apology is not enough. Or apology is not enough. The lady told you are just silly. And the lady, being a lady, came back to you and said, I'm sorry. We were all angry. Things were not done right. So we were all speaking. So I'm sorry. Kwasi ampenyi wa parliament said, the apology is not enough. Abuofunu ema onu amukowu wo so aponche emana wanjeno utu ko pa omocho. And this fool who refused to even apologize to John Mahama after saying those things, today is in parliament fooling himself. Osemeti ami muadie. Make sure reason tia me deal biatem. Such a silly character. Your silliness is out of salinity. Such as a silly raccoon. You act like a silly boy and you have shown it. Who did make up parliament? Do you people respect parliament? Do you now respect Alban Bagman? You idiots followed Afenyo Markins to Supreme Court. Alban Bagman was sitting there. Namu refuse to opinion. Kwasiafo. Twerps. Silly characters. You are a silly boy foolishly exhibiting silliness in public to sillify your solidity. Yes, you have concretized your silliness. Now ubu abambagwin. Udim say penjini wo fie. Bet me take a decision amount. Bet me make sure say the right thing is done. And I'm gonna kwasi asa like o Supreme Court no. You people, you forget yourselves easily. And anytime I make catch NDC for, nobody hates NDC in Ghana. We are all brothers and sisters. We need to build, but we cannot build with foolish people. So the NPP, whatever they bring on board does not matter. They are too stupid to be part to build a nation. No, Jimmy, because at least you have more opportunity in you. Jimmy, yeah. And Yansafo cannot reason with a Jimmy 4. So do not give them the room to exhibit their silliness. These are silly people, such a silly boy. Now, my man Chiremo, Adikudientia, these kind of NPP for some more, and I am one person. I'll fight against fake news all my life. Now, on say, Akwa have some see parliament and they were quick to run to parliament. Adaya, Obia didi, watem, Obia didi, Obia catch another Dompre or a silly. Today we saw parliament taking action against Oliver. Now, when it comes to parliament institution, in conform nyina kasa under Oliver Seminole, Madam Appiah, I'm sending this to you. Obi to say Annor Dompre. Obi to say Afenyo Markins, the pedophile defender. And in the NPP, the Sicilian minority, the micro insignificant daft minority. Now I want to send a message to you. And this is an exercise. Alban Bagbin is going to be petitioned. Because my contra, after the Afenyo Markins, Oliver Assembly Bayano, this is what Afenyo Markins said. Afenyo Markins said, it's a notorious fact that Oliver Baker Vamawo is a member of the NDC fraternity. What it means is that you, that is the majority members, have done something as he claims, but we the minority share in that liability with you. What you say? So I'm for Afenyo Markins and a small kind of committee want to say, Asema Oliver Kayano or catch the MDC for say omunomo yakrom 40 kwasia we na also a minority leader we no the mobile power. Ti asem see no. Onunya opportunity to speak no. Or see obi anim say Oliver ye NDC ni. Asem na okan no or ka fa mo NDC form because mu ye wifo. Na emom no ye nyina parliamentarians nti en na ya be join mu say Oliver asem na okan na nya no kre sa na okan brofo a kire do te brofo kire oba kan kire me. Kwasi ampanyi we asem obi na no ka o parliament nde. Vetting committee no say Oliver obianim so NDC ni asem na okan de no kra because we direct asem na mamo NDC for na emom ye ne mo parliament nti na yaka say okay de waka ne nye nti indirectly no or catch NDC for say momu ye wifo Oliver asem okan no kra kwase away. Now you see they be am catch NDC for say this NPP omo ye disease but when NPP NDC for be you don't understand politics. Mojin say onuan e dey politics mo bobo dam mu bi mojin say odo e na dey politics mo adwene e bi mo adwene bi mo bi mo adwene nye adwuma ye dey ne adin na ye politics ye mfa nuan nya politics kwase asema akwa wetina okan no asema ogina ho kan no. Now there's something I've always said. One person in Ghana I will always protect with my platform. And I have not shied away. Every time there any opportunity to criticize that person is Speaker Alban Bagbin, and I have done it several times. And every day is Misaka, I will use my platform and the opportunity I've gotten to defend him anytime I think he needs to be defended. I will do it. And I will not let a Ghanaian, me my Ghana ni be antenna radio so and TV so and denigrate the Speaker of Parliament. Because today, when you go on the internet and you Google Alban Bagbin, there are a lot of things that come up. Some of them are appalling. They go against his integrity. And I'm listening and I've been watching. And this particular segment goes to the NDC MPs and also people who are willing to petition the speaker, because we as a people, this matter needs to go to Parliament for Parliament to decide whether it is worth discussing or not. The Speaker of Parliament, he is the number 3 in this country. He needs to be protected. Every single statement we make about the Speaker, it should equally be respected like we are making a statement against about the President. So if you sit in Ghana, let's say the Speaker of Parliament who can represent the President as the President, some people deliberately decide to say, some people decide to say, it will be on the internet to destroy the credibility, because I was here when a whole Washington Post journalist called me to ask me, is it true that the Speaker of Parliament of Ghana has taken $50 million bribe? Yes. All because they were doing some work and they were researching about the Speaker of Parliament, and then they wanted to invite the Speaker for some speech at Congress. And a colleague journalist who works with the Washington Post called me and I said, what is the problem? See, we have been searching the Speaker of Parliament in Ghana. We have seen some videos about him. Is it true? Can you confirm? And I'm catching him say, what have you seen about him? Because I know he's an honorable man. He has not taken money. He has never been maligned. He has never been seen. There are no records of anybody saying, say, Alban Bagbin akwaje bribe. Nobody in Ghana can come out and say that. But for somebody to sit on social media and not just on social media, on a radio station that belongs to an individual who calls himself a responsible citizen, and that radio station that is recognized by the National Media Commission and the NCA, that radio station to say something like that, a journalist to say something like that, then that person needs to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. Because I know Alban Bagbin cannot go out there searching for all the stories about him. But we as citizens, we as Ghanaians, we as NDC MPs, and I'm expecting an NDC MP to raise this matter in Parliament, because the integrity of Alban Bagbin is very dear and important to all of us as Ghanaians. This is a statement this boy sat on Angel FM, and this is the specific video that the journalist at Washington Post sent to me. This is what Kwame Frifa said on radio.